So I'm back about anxiety. And so I want you to think about anxiety as being a part of you. It's a part of you that is anxious. It's a part of you that may carry memories, thoughts, feelings, anxious thoughts and feelings, maybe about something that happened in the past and you're trying to prevent it from happening again, or maybe you're overprotective or whatever. But think of anxiety as a part of you, like a protector part. And so this part of you wants to make sure that you don't make mistakes, that you don't make bad decisions, that you get it right. Sometimes it may look like a perfectionist, where you just have to have everything perfect. Everything has to be super organized, super prepared, super early. Sometimes I know some of my clients still work really, really hard, on something, and even their employer might say, "So why did you do all that again?" And it's just that need to like overachieve and to do the best that they can. Some anxiety may look like people pleasing. It may look like afraid of disappointing others or letting people down. So they work really hard in relationships to make sure that they're there, they do things, they're always helping out, they're always, and so anxiety can look like that as well. And the key to anxiety and what we do, in counseling is try to understand, okay, so what if that is a protector part, if it's trying to prevent something from happening, or if it's trying to protect you from something, what is it trying to prevent or protect you from? And usually those feelings go back to childhood or maybe young adulthood. I'll use that as well. But a time where you felt a certain way, or maybe something happened that was out of your control. And so your protectors, your anxiety protector parts, work really hard to prevent it from happening. I'll give you an example. So suppose when you were younger, you had a period of time where you felt maybe you were unloved, or maybe you felt like you were the black sheep of the family or whatever. But you noticed that when you did stuff for people, they really applauded you, or they said, "Oh, you did such a good job," or "You do so well, you work so hard, you're so good, you're so caring, you're so giving." And so because of that giving, caring feeling, it makes them feel really good. So what happens is it becomes a part of their identity. So they work really hard in relationships to be there. "Oh yeah, I can do it," or they show up. And it's nothing really wrong with that, but what happens when they can't be there? What happens when they can't solve someone else's problem, or maybe because of some other engagement or something else, they can't show up? They can't help this person through their situation. It leaves us with a great amount of guilt. It leaves us with a great amount of helplessness and hopelessness because we're not able to help or fix it. So you will. And so that's another type of anxiety, just one small example of anxiety, as when you learned early on that people love me when I do things. People care about me when I work hard. People, appreciate me, or I feel value when I'm helping others. And so now that's what I have to do. I have to help others. And once again, it's nothing wrong with it, but it's just when you're not able to do it, we beat ourselves up. We feel guilty. And so that's just one example of how anxiety can really play out, or our anxious parts can really play out. I'll give you one other example. Say that you had periods of your life when you felt like you were out of control. Maybe decisions were made for you, or maybe you had to move around a lot, or maybe there's someone that was in your life that's now not in your life, whether it's to death or separation or whatever. And maybe there were parts of you when you were younger that felt so out of control. So now your anxiety works really hard to make sure that you're in control as much as possible. So you don't like surprises. You don't like things to pop up. You try to be overly prepared so that you want to prevent anything from going wrong or anything from happening. So you're probably a planning fanatic, probably superly organized, maybe even an overachiever. Sometimes people have really funny thinking and mindsets about money because there was a time maybe in their life where they didn't have money, or they felt like they were in lack, or they didn't have their basic resources. So now maybe they overbuy or overspend or oversave because of, once again, that anxious part says we don't want to feel that again, we don't want to experience that again. So those protector parts work really hard. So I hope this is helpful for you to just understand just some parts of anxiety, and I'll continue with more. Have a good day.